What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, after hearing about Spider-Man 4 from industry insiders for 2 weeks, we finally got the inside scoop from none other than Tom Holland himself this week on Jimmy Fallon, confirming that it was happening and that he was returning. But maybe the biggest piece of news that we got came from the Hollywood Reporter, where they confirmed that the official release date for Spider-Man 4 is July 24th, 2026. Just 1 week after Christopher Nolan's new movie, also starring Tom Holland, releases in theaters. Well, today we have a trusted industry insider source following up on just that. The fact that Spider-Man 4 coming after Christopher Nolan's movie and only by a week is actually going to present complications to Sony, and it really sounds like this is Sony's own doing. We're going to talk about what those complications are and why in the world Sony would choose to do this. And the implication here is that they might actually damage their Spider-Man release. We also have a slight hint as to the plot, as the same industry insider indicates we're going to see the trio of Spider-Man team up again, and in this film we're breaking it down, the latest updates about Spider-Man 4. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do, so if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button and leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which is just days away at this point for the finale of Agatha All Along. All you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this latest update actually came from trusted industry insider Jeff Snyder. This is the exact same scooper who broke that Robert Downey Jr. would be returning as Dr. Doom 2 months before it was officially announced by Marvel. So whomever his sources are, one of them is right on the money, and this is what he had to say about Spider-Man 4. Quote, "Spider-Man 4 has already lost IMAX and other premium formats for several weeks due to Christopher Nolan's next film releasing 1 week prior," which is absolutely nuts because the people in control of when they release the film is none other than Sony. And considering Marvel Studios isn't looking to stack a bunch of films between those two Avengers movies, you have to wonder why in the world they would pick a release date that is just 1 week after Christopher Nolan's movie. Now, I think it is easy to see what Sony is going for here. They're hoping for another Barbieheimer, where you have a Christopher Nolan movie and another huge cultural movie going at the same time, basically driving box offices for each other, and in that, Tom Holland is going to be the lead in both films. So for him, the actor, this is a huge moment. But for fans who aren't maybe going to see the new Christopher Nolan movie, or for MCU and Spider-Man fans who are going to want to see Spider-Man in IMAX on the opening night, this does not seem like a great marketing strategy. Now, obviously, there are a lot of things at play here. Not only do these studios basically have to plan their major releases around each other, they also have to work it out with the theaters as well. And there is a chance that given the way the calendar is going and for 2026, and because Sony waited this late to try to slate that movie for this year, that this is the best date that they could come up with, all things considered. There are people way above our pay grade working on that kind of thing. But again, just from the outside perspective looking in, why would you not want to break up those movies at the theater and give Spider-Man 4 a chance to breathe? It just may be that there isn't another date that makes more sense than this one. You can also be sure that there will still be some IMAX theaters that are working that showing in, and there might be sort of like this reaction to it being scarce, meaning you don't have all the IMAX showings where people want to go even more. And you can guess that Sony is going to play up, you may have seen Spider-Man 4 once, but come and see it again in IMAX by the time that they have access to IMAX theaters and premium formats. There's going to be some showings for sure. Someone's going to sneak it in somewhere. And again, this sort of scarcity might create demand. Hey, were you able to be one of the people who saw Spider-Man in IMAX when everybody else didn't? But that is me stretching to try to give Sony the benefit of the doubt. And really, if there's any movie studio who's less deserving of the benefit of the doubt, it's Sony. They have proven they make terrible decisions time after time after time. And it seems like this may be one of them. Now, industry insider Jeff Snyder went on to add in that scoop that we might be seeing Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire return for this film, and all of them teaming up again, which I think actually was a no-brainer. I think Marvel Studios knows what a hit those two were and how much they would drive the bottom line of the box office for Secret Wars, because let's face it, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is something that we're all still waiting to see and hasn't happened yet in the MCU. But this is in lieu of us hearing that that this might not be Null the villain and the sort of plot that we thought, the King in Black. I know I'm still seeing that title thrown around a ton in reaction to Spider-Man 4. We used it here at the channel, but it's just more likely the case now that Null is for Sony and way down the road, that Marvel has their own plans for what they want to see out of that film. And as I remarked in our last video covering Spider-Man 4, I think it a lot more likely the case that this film has to come in the context of where the multiverse is, which is going to make it a battle world movie. I think by the time we get to the end of Avengers 5 Doomsday, Doom will have succeeded in creating battle world and ruining the multiverse. And we're hearing now from industry insiders that it may be a key, say 5 to 7 or even upwards of 10 Earths that come together, and you can start to see where and how these timelines work. We have the mystery X-Men timeline that Monica Rambeau's at. We have the Deadpool and Wolverine Fox timeline, the 838, the 616. Marvel is slowly making their way through what these timelines are, where they are, and positioning them all to come together. That's why I think they're going to use Spider-Man 4 in the same way to build out one or two of these timelines, one of the other Earths or two of the other Earths that we can expect to all end up in battle world together. They may already be there by the time Spider-Man 4 picks up, but they can use that film to explore them and explore the spider side of whatever's going to be going on in Avengers Secret Wars. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. If you agree it is a huge problem that Sony is limiting Spider-Man's release because of the release date that they chose. And I know that some of you will point out that huge studios do sometimes delay and change release dates. It happens quite often and has happened for Sony as in regards to, say, Kraven and some of their other Spider-Man films. But in this case, for a film this big, now that they've basically picked that date, I think it would be maybe too many working parts, unless the plan had been to just choose this date because it's open and then try to figure out where they can slot in later. And what would open a slot for them is if they were able to have another studio move off one of their major releases. These studios do this all the time. There is a small chance that July 24th, even if it's announced, won't end up being the final release date. But again, you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff. Alright, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel, and the next one happens to be at the end of the month to coincide with Agatha All Along's finale. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the other future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. You've got to be a subscriber, so hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos in the same way we're doing here, live with my voice, in the winning comment when there is one shown on screen. So please be safe and vigilant on YouTube or really any other platform. Please remember, anybody can take a content creator's profile picture, claim to be them. It's all a ruse to get your information on a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp and charge you for shipping for a price that's not there. No content creator, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping, so please be safe again and vigilant on any platform. And if you should get a spam comment like that, just report it directly to YouTube. They are very fast about deleting that account, and then everywhere they've commented goes away as well. You're actually doing a huge service to the YouTube community, not just the one page or comment that they happen to try to snag you on. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I'd sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around, guys. We'll be posting again real soon.